Hi, folks. Brian Blessing, Todd Furman. We're in the Don Best War Room. It's time for your Monday market report. Games hung on the board over the weekend. The early movers, sir. Let's start with Clemson laying a monster number 28, hosting Maryland. It's up to 31. Who says linebackers can't play quarterback?
Luke Petty will tell you linebackers can't play quarterback. Although he did go 9 for 18 in his debut last week against Georgia Tech. Maryland clearly outclassed at the quarterback position. Not the team in Clemson you want to face without weaponry. Clemson 56-20 over Duke. They're going to pile it on the Terps as best they can again this Saturday.
All right, let's go to the Pac-12. Washington hosting Utah. And the Huskies opened up 2. It's down to 1.5. More than anything, you think this is a fade job on Washington?
You know what? The Huskies, this is a team that Steve Sarkisian's built there that's not real strong in the trenches. That's the one strength for Utah. I really believe this is one of the sharper line moves, and we'll see this number continue to inch out towards Utah. Their quarterback play gets better. They went through a revolving door early in this year. This is a team I wouldn't want to see come bowl season.
Stanford is hosting Oregon State. Cardinal opened up 6.5. It's down to 4.5. Watch that Oregon State game. You know what? I mean, pretty solid effort. They were lucky, though. Arizona State could have taken them to the woodshed early on and shot themselves in the foot. Are you on board with this move?
You know what? I'm a little surprised. The wise guys out there have been fading Oregon State with great regularity. Last week, number opened at 5.5, actually close 3 with a strong move to the Sun Devils. You look at what Stanford can do. This is a team, though, that struggles to score points consistently. I actually think the best look in this game will be towards the under when the total opens up later today.
LSU's hosting Mississippi State. Now, the Tigers opened up 15. It's down to 13.5, and clearly the simple thought process would be huge letdown off the emotional, heartbreaking defeat to Alabama.
Yeah, even some more money's come back in on LSU once the price dipped to 13.5, seeing some 14s where the market's stabilizing. But you make a great point, Brian. You look at this LSU team, how do you get off the deck? When you had Alabama beat in your own building, Les Miles, I don't know what the hell he was thinking, trying to figure out how to make this more complex than it needs to be. Mississippi State, probably undervalued as they were buried by A&M. This will be a game that they probably get up for.
Okay, talk about this one. Denver 5.5, cross-country taking on Carolina. It's down to 3.5, kind of a dead number to begin with. So, maybe it's not the craziest of moves, but, Denver traveled, got the job done against Cincinnati. Carolina gets a nice win against Washington. But we're talking a team, crossing a couple of time zones and playing an early football game.
Back-to-back road trips for Denver. Last week to Cincinnati. This week they'll now travel to Carolina, and they have a home game with the Chargers looming on deck. The Broncos' 31-23 win over Cincinnati, a little bit misleading. I still remain skeptical this team can go on the road, consistently cover numbers. And don't think for a second Carolina isn't a better football team right now than Cincinnati. A little bit of value in the hometown Panthers.
He's Todd Furman. I'm Brian Blessing. There you have it. It's your Monday market report. We'll be back with you Friday, taking it into the weekend, let you know where the big dancers were on Wednesday and Thursday and where the numbers may go prior to kickoff on the weekend.